Do you know what it's like to have a gun pointed at your face by an angry guy with a sword? And you're trapped in the room and you can't escape. And because his brother's there, like fucking just standing at the door, you know? Do you know what it's like? Because you feel like you're about to die, man. Is this fucking recording? Oh, it is. Cool. I don't think you can say fuck when at the start of your YouTube video, but fuck it. Like, this is gonna be an unedited video anyway. It's just like some hairy naked guy in bed, which I'm pretty sure which is, I don't think you see this every day unless you're into gay porn, which I guess I would be the bear, right? I mean, would I be the bear? Because I'm hairy, but I'm not that fat, right? I'm not fat, so I don't know what I would be. Comment, comment below which category I would be if I did gay porn. Which I don't. Wait, why would I do gay porn? I'd rather do straight porn. You know what? I'd actually not. I don't want to do porn. Just because I have a camera that's pointed at my bed and my crusty fucking. I quit porn, so I can't even say cum stained anymore. I'm just a messy guy, man. I mean, see that I'm an artist. That's why I'm messy. It's not like I don't care about hygiene, which I do. But, I only care about hygiene if I'm going outside to meet the people of the world so that, they don't mace me. But then again, like, I don't know. Okay, let's fuck that. Let's get into the topic of this video, man. Because I was so lost, man. I was so lost in life. With the topic of this video is just have a vision and do everything in your power to pursue it. And I'm so glad that I've just learned this. I'm so glad that, like, this is what I'm doing now. I'm so glad that I was given a vision and now I am pursuing it, right? I'm so fucking glad every day I'm showing up, even though sometimes I fail, sometimes I'm shit. I'm still going the correct way. I'm happy, man. And a lot of people my age, so I'm 23 years old. I will be 24. I think May. Yeah, my birthday is May. So, oh my god, I'm gonna be 24 in 2 months. God damn, I'm still a fucking failure. That sucks. But anyway, I'm not like, well, I'm thinking, how big of a failure I am? I'm not that big a failure. To be honest, we could also say that I'm a success. Anyway, a lot of people my age are lost. A lot of people, if you're my age, you don't know anything. You don't know what to do with your life. You don't know right from wrong. You don't know who to be with and whatnot. And basically, if you're around my age, you just came out of uni, you just came out of high school, and in high school, you probably were into like no, I don't want to say emo shit, but you probably were into like weird stuff. You probably at one time. I don't think you would be that dumb, but like, those wolf TikToks where fucking rednecks, American rednecks, they like lip sync to Limp Bizkit and pretend they're wolves. I mean, I guess, during that time when you were a kid, that shit would have been cool to you, right? You're 16, you see some fucking redneck guy who's like, oh, it's so cool or whatnot, right? So when I was 16, I had Nirvana and shit. I thought it was so cool, right? And then you go to university, and university is just like high school on steroids, basically. Everyone is alone. Everyone moves out of their parents. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to be someone new. I'm going to have new identity and all that stuff. So it's high school on steroids. You go out of high school and, there's no fuck. You don't have an identity anymore. And even if you did have an identity, now your identity is a big fucking burden because you need to fucking get a job, right? And your identity literally is a burden now that's keeping you from getting jobs. So that sucks. And you're just so lost in life because while everyone said in high school and uni, all your parents, and I guess not the internet, maybe the internet as well, just tells you, hey man, get a job. Ooh, white picket fence, hey, look at these movies. This is what your life should be like. And you believe them, and you can't. I don't know, you might be working right now, you enter the workforce, and then you're like, what the fuck, how you're 40 years old, why are you working the same job as me, are you, what the fuck, did you get have, and then they give up on life, and then you look at these old people, they're all like ugly and no offense, like wrinkly and saggy, they all gave up on life, everyone's so depressed. Now if you're watching this on camera, you might see my face, like, oh, this guy, who the fuck you calling ugly, Uggo? But like, man, I wake up at 5. Yesterday I just stayed up late because I was like, all right, let me have rest, man. If you actually check my community posts, I worked out 26 times this month. I've been waking up at 5. I was like, fuck this, let me take a mental break. So my skin's pretty fucked because I didn't get good sleep. Also, might have eaten some ice cream, but anyway, not the point. So you see all these people, you're like, wait, I don't want to be like them. I want to get out, right? And then you think of the person and your dreams that you had in high school, and these dreams were big, man. When you were a kid, right? The dreams that you had, they're all big dreams. Like, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. I'll just talk to myself. I'll just fucking give my examples, man. I was gonna be like, hey, I'll relate this to you, but I don't know who you are. So when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I want to be a rock star, man. I want to do YouTube, and I want to do bodybuilding, and I want to help, like, train people. That's what I had in my dreams. And then you have big dreams. Also wanted to do acting. Now I still want to do it, but if I do it, I'm probably gonna do it after I'm 30 or something. So I'm not even thinking about it. But yeah. Anyway, now you have all these big dreams, and then, sorry for the sound. Hopefully that's not bad. I mean, it is bad, but hopefully it's not too bad that you're gonna click off this video. I mean, is anyone even watching this video? I don't fucking know, man. Everyone hates my fucking videos anyway. Fuck you. This sucks, man. Oh, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna go on a fucking rant. Side fucking rant. I don't care. This video is my video. Go fuck yourself. Make your own damn fucking video, dickhead. Like, you know, I've been doing YouTube for 2 months now, and it's just like, you know, it kind of sucks, man. It's the dark period where you kind of put in work, you're not getting the results that you want, and you just know you have to keep going. And it's just full of pain, man. I feel so lonely here. I know what I'm doing, but it just sucks, man. And all my life I've just put in work. I've done stuff with hopes of getting some fucking results because, well, that's what people tell you. And then I do it, and then I don't get any fucking results, and then you get depressed. And I've realized that, you know, the only way you get results and you don't get depressed and give up on life is if you just keep going and experimenting and iterating and getting better. Like, on Spotify, I got 3 albums. No one fucking listened to them. Now, some songs are good, right? But we could argue some songs are shit. I was just a kid, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? And, you know, we could also argue that I've recorded literally all of them in my bedroom, so the mixing is shit. It's because, like, I was so broke, I couldn't afford, like, a studio time or whatever. But, like, it sucks, man, when you see, like, 60-year-old people doing the same shit that you're doing, but they blow the fuck up, and you intrinsically know that you're more talented than them, or you're better than them, at least. I mean, you know, I'm not saying this because I'm cocky. I'm just saying about, like, my songs. If you actually know a thing or two about music, you can check out my music. It's under the name Kumite, or you can search Flint Jacka. Like, my song MFW, that, like, musically, if you analyze it, other than the mixing, it's actually pretty good. The fucking bridge, the chords and shit, it's in melodically catchy, interesting. But you know what I fucking got for, like, all this shit, giving up, like, just, I literally studied songwriting for 10 hours a fucking day. I had a piano, I had drums, I had bass, I had a fucking guitar. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the best songwriter ever. I was like John Lennon, I'm coming for your head, man. And I was just practicing all throughout my uni years while fucking people are out there getting laid, partying. I was like, I'm gonna be the best at my craft, and that's what I was doing. You know what happened, man? I just did that. I made 3 albums. Now we could argue I was dumb, a kid. I didn't know how to do the right things. You know what happened? I went to fucking jail. Okay, I didn't go to jail, but I went under house arrest, man. Fucking this, there's documentary shit. This is not even the topic of the video, but fuck you, it's my video. There was this documentary guy, fucking Channel 4. He so I made songs under the name of like E-Punk, which could be classified as incelcore as well, because basically during the time I was just a lonely kid with no friends and I didn't have a girlfriend. So I made songs about being lonely and wanted to fucking kill myself because I was so depressed. And you know, that's the lyrical content of incelcore. And well, the guy apparently found my music. Again, no one listens to my music. Like, my one song had 1,000 views. Fucking Channel 4 guy was like, hey man, do you want to be in our documentary? I was like, yeah, sure. And then, it turned out to be an incel documentary, and they fucking edited it to make me look like an incel. Basically, I was saying, hey, I think everyone thinks of bad things sometimes, but we don't do it. Like, yeah, I've entertained the idea of doing the bad thing. I'm not going to say it again because people will make it a soundbite. But I'm obviously not going to do it. They fucking cut it out and put, like, the bad thing. It made me sound like I was a school shooter, which I'm fucking not, you retard. And then it aired, you fucking old Channel 4, it aired in the UK. And during the time, I was working at Camden, and there was, like, this fucking girl that I kind of liked, but I was too shy to ask her out, and kind of she was old as well, but like she was hot. I'm not into old people, but I'm into redheads, and she was, it's like it balances out kind of, but she wasn't like one of those, old wrinkly like grandma type redheads. But whatever. But yeah, she recognized me from that, and she fucking ruined my chances with her, you dickheads. But then basically the police came into my uni room, and they fucking put me under house arrest. So for a month straight, I was in kind of like this solitary confinement because police was visiting me almost every day. And I was getting checked up on. And then people came and then told me I was going to be on some watch list, like terror lists and shit. And they were going to ask me like, oh, do you need help? Are you going to commit crimes? Like, the fuck, bitch? I'm not going to commit any fucking crimes. I'm a good person. I'm not a criminal. I'm not some fucking incel that's going to shoot up fucking whatever. I don't hate women or, during the time I was just a lonely kid and I just made songs about being lonely, and then fucking house arrest and cops are after me. It sucked, man. And the bad thing is that I'm not British. I'm not like, I know I sound American. I'm not American. I am Turkish. And I was just a student in the UK, and I wanted to immigrate to United Kingdom, England, because, well, I think London is great, and then England is one of the best countries ever. If you want to be a rock and roll star, I mean, England is pretty much your best bet, right? I mean, let's compare it to America. Fucking Los Angeles. I honestly want to go to Los Angeles, fucking shithole. And then I've been to New York before. Nah, man. Nah, bro. But London, I think, city of art. Obviously, I wasn't going to go to fucking Paris or fucking Berlin, because Berlin's full of gay ravers, which London is full of gay ravers as well. But then, Berlin's more techno, and I don't, ich nicht sprachen Deutsch, basically. I don't speak German. I just learned like 10 words. And then obviously French people are dickheads, right? So I went to England, and because I was so under so much mental distress, I failed to fucking graduate uni for a year. So my visa got fucked as well. And now I'm stuck in fucking shithole third world Turkey, where people are literally jealous of me because I can speak English. People fucking want to kill me because I can play the guitar. People here are literally the dumbest people in Europe. Fucking 90 IQ retards. And also we're the most depressed country ever. So they fucked my chances of immigrating as well, which kind of sucked because, well, I really loved London, man. So they also fucked me from my music dreams, which sucked because, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be in a documentary. Finally, people will listen to my music, but no. I was made out to be some ass on TV, which, yeah, not good, man. Not good. Didn't like that. It sucked. And yeah, for a month, just police was checking in on me. I was taken away from my uni dorm. I was just ordering takeaway every day. I got fat, so I had fitness dreams as well, right? I was actually getting pretty ripped. I was getting pretty lean, but they fucked that up as well because, well, I didn't have a gym, and I was in a room, like, they put me in a hotel room, and I did not have a gym, and I did not have a kitchen, so I just ate shit and I put on weight and I got depressed. And after that, it took me 2, 3 years to get over that mental trauma because, well, imagine doing what you love and then you almost get arrested for it because I literally was getting arrested. I was getting investigated by the police and I was shitting my pants. So that happened and I got fat and all my dreams went to shit. And let me think. That happened. And you know what? During that time, during when they did the Channel 4 interview, I was homeless as well. I was staying at a gay Arab man's house. What the fuck is this video about? I don't know. Fucking called a podcast. So, I had a band, right? And our band had a lead guitarist. Now, this guy, this guy had a gay lover. Now, I don't know if my friend was gay, but I'd say he was a bit kinky because I think he's told me he was into furry stuff, right? And he was going to uni. I think he was studying some, I don't know, he was Asian. He was studying fucking some Asian shit. I don't know what fucking Asian guys do, but he wasn't Asian like Indian Asian. He was just like Japanese. Cyber security, I believe. And apparently there was this guy from Qatar going to uni with him as well. And basically, people in Qatar, they're rich people. People. So if you actually Google, I think Qatar dinar is the highest denominated currency in the world, which I might be false, but it is more value. I think janitors make more than the minimum wage in like Western countries in Qatar. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Basically, so this guy was rich from Qatar and he had a crush on my straight friend. And I think some stuff happened with them, right? And then I think he failed uni because he was too fucking lazy, and then he left the UK. And basically, this guy had a 6-month contract on a house, right? And he left the UK and the house was alone. Now, before that, I lost my job. I became homeless. I stayed in a tent. Not gonna go into that story. But so I was back here in this room. I was in Turkey, and I was asking out if like I could stay with him, whatnot. I was like, you know what? I actually have a friend. You could stay at my friend's house. He's no longer in the UK, and I got the keys from him. So basically, I flew out back to London, took an Uber, got the keys from him, and I went to that house. Right, cool. And empty house. And you know what, man? It felt like a fucking dream, man. I felt like, oh my god, this is. If I just had this it was all I wanted, man. The gym was walking distance, like 10-minute walking distance. The house was so it had a kitchen, it had a living room, and it had a bedroom, which was perfect. It was my own flat, and it was literally right next to the train station. Now, it was not in London, it was in Egham, which is like around 40 minutes, maybe 1 hour with train to London, which is pretty all right. It was 1 hour to Waterloo station, so it just took 1 hour to get to actual London, which The TFL links were a bit fucked, but fuck it, whatever. I was like, it was so cool, man. Cool, it was perfect living. But as I was living in the house, I was digging around, and this guy was a fucking man child, man. It was like I'd see vitamin ads on the tube, and then this fucker's house had tons of vitamin pills. He had like CBD drinks, fucking CBD sleep gummies. He had melatonin vape. He had the fucking Dyson air cooler, but like the vertical one. And I dug around more, and then he had like the PS5s, a huge ass monitor, fucking Xbox 360, gaming chair. This guy was rich, man. He was living like, I'd say, the dream life of a 16-year-old kid. Maybe like this is what I thought to myself. Maybe like this is how rich people live, rich kids live. It was a legit rich kid. He had a like journal as well, which I've read his journal. He was definitely a rich kid, and he thought it was special and whatnot. And I dug around more. Then I found a ring, man. A fucking ring, a ring. I not swastika. Fucking what was it? Swarovski ring, man. Which I actually gave it to my mom. She thought, and then like some Dior perfumes and stuff. I was like, I didn't know fucking Middle Eastern men were into fucking this shit. And then I dug around more. And then guess what I found? I found a booklet, a book, I guess, a thick booklet, right? So the pages were thick, but it didn't have many pages of, and two people, man. And I saw, sorry, a sneeze is coming. I saw two people, right? One of them looked like my friend, and then the other guy looked like a fucking brown guy. There we go. Right? And so, okay, cool. And then I started turning the pages, man, and I was like, what the fuck are these people doing? Because these people were acting like a couple. These people were holding hands. These people were taking baths together. I was like, what the fuck? And I read it, and the front page, it said, fucking love coupons. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Right? It said love coupons, and basically the book had my friend and the fucking gay Arab guy, which I've just learned he was gay. I mean, are Qatar people Arabs? I guess they are. The Arab friend, right? The fucking my friend and the Arab friend doing lover shit together, and this stuff was fucking what? Fucking gotta free the balls. The like this stuff was commercially printed. So what? Oh my god, I got caught fucking adjusting myself on camera. Sorry. So this fucking guy. What was I saying? Yeah, it was commercially printed. So this fucking guy paid a company, found a company online, or they went there together. He probably created the face of these two people, right? He did himself in Bitmoji or whatever the fuck. And then he did my friend as a Bitmoji. And, these two fuckers were, gaying it up. Fucking doing gay shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then he had other books like that. And then I found a book. It was called Showstopper, which apparently is like a gay lovers book. Like, it was about like two boys in school becoming gay lovers and whatnot. And I was like, holy crap. But his house was cool though, man. I mean, I'm grateful that I was in his house. It was a nice house. I wish I had a house like that, but no. Instead, I lived in a fucking tent because I was fucking broke, right? And the fucking car hit me. Did I tell you that story? The time where a car hit me? I probably didn't, but yeah, car hit me. I'm from a third world fucking country. It sucked, man. So just all my dreams are fucked, basically. And I've failed uni for 1 year because The other stuff. Everyone bullied me. Everyone made fun of me. I was so broke. I had no status. I was skinny fat. Like, you see my tits, bro. This is surgery tits. It's not even real fucking tits. I was born with gyno. I was born obese. I was fucking ugly as well. Like this is plastic surgery. It's not even fucking real. I was born with the worst fucking one of the worst fucking RNGs you could get in life, Like, yeah, like maybe with me it's hard to imagine, but imagine you're some Indian guy with broke parents and you're trying to be someone. It's like you go outside, it's fucking pollution, it's shit, people are shit. I mean, no offense. Like, I'm not being racist. Just like, if you want to like be a successful entrepreneur, rock star, bodybuilder, and like a rich person, probably being born in India with Indian body genetics, being fat, not good. Not helping your chances, man. Right? And life just fucked me, man. And life, people. Life fucks people, but life was like, you know what? We're gonna get fucking Shaq in. We're gonna get Michael Jordan in. We're gonna get some other big black dudes in, and they're all gonna fuck you in the ass, all at once. So go ahead, stretch your anus. And life fucked me during my uni years, man. And yeah, life fucked me, and I just gave up. I just gave up on my dreams, man. I just gave up because, well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe, I was just meant to be a kid from the third world with no job prospects and just whatever, just a nobody. Maybe that's what I was meant to be. And, during the time, I always kept making content, which no one watched, by the way. My other channel, also Tuna Doom Shitpost, I think I have like 600, 700 videos. No one watches them. Just imagine being me, right? Imagine being an artist, a creator like me. You've made so much work over the years. No one cares. If I die tomorrow, if I die tomorrow, only my parents would be there. And my friends are literally a world apart, fucking in England. So the fucking 4 friends I had, so they wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even be able to come. It's like I built a whole life, like a fucking continent apart, and now it's fucked. I was homeless. Can't make money. Visa's gone, so I'm fucked. I'm just here. And I'm just grinding away at this YouTube thing, this fucking thing, because I don't have an option, right? And, in my country, if I get a job, I'll probably, basically a music degree is worthless. I have job experience, but it's just like fucking mopping floors. So the only job I could get is at McDonald's, and that would give me like around, $400 per month, right? So it's not even worth it. So I'm fucked. But during that time, I was doing video editing, and I don't want to talk about this, but Andrew Tate. Everyone knows Andrew Tate, right? I really got into his advice, and I was doing video editing at the time, and he was popping up, and I was fat already, so I just gave up on fitness, and because I was fat and I got arrested and shit, I gave up on music as well, right? I was like, fuck this, I just want to make money and stuff, and I was doing content, so I was good at video. I think that was the one thing I was good at, man. I was just good. I'm good at making content. Like, if you just told me write 10 songs by the end of the day, I probably could do it. Make 10 videos by the end of the day, I probably could do it, right? But Andrew Tate came onto the scene. Now, I don't endorse the guy. I think the guy's a scammer. I think the guy is not a great guy. I think he's a bad person. But he had a course called Hustlers University, and basically I got sent this course by a friend of mine on Discord, and it was 8 hours long. It was 100 lessons that Andrew Tate learned about making money, and I watched that shit, man. I watched all of it. I'd be on the tube, I'd be on the bus, I'd be on public transport, I'd watch the course. I would watch the course and I would learn, I would do stuff, and then my friend also during that time showed me this website called YT Jobs, right? It was basically it's a website where video editors can sign up to get in contact with. I need water. 1 second. Ah, fuck. Uh, 1 sec, man. Fucking hell. You know what? I don't understand how people like. This is people's like daily drinks. I fucking drink this in an hour. I drink this in like half an hour. I just finished half of this shit, and this is how much people drink in a fucking whole day. I don't believe it. But anyway, Andrew Tate, right? I watched it and I did what he was doing. I just implemented his lessons, and my first month with video editing, I made $7,000. I'm not like doing a dramatic pause. I just like felt like burping. But anyway, $7,000 in revenue. So I probably kept like what at least 3,000, right? You know what I did with that money? I fucking went to cigar lounges. Like an idiot. I bought 40-pound, 50-pound expensive cigars. I bought 60-pound cigars. Like a fucking idiot. You know? The thing is, my hair, I wasn't even getting my hair cut. My hair was messy. But I was going to fucking cigar lounges and smoking cigars and thinking I was the shit, man. I was finally making money. But what I learned from Andrew Tate wasn't like good business practices. I was basically lying to people and scamming people, man. I had a fake video editing portfolio, and I told I had a fake video editing portfolio, and I basically told these big YouTubers that like I work for fucking Lad Bible, I work for fucking Moon and stuff like that, and I wasn't, right. I don't want to say, but I just like famoose them. I'd talk to them. I'd like do a little sales thing. I'd go on calls with them. I'd get the job, right. I'd oil them up. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd do the job. I could do great jobs. And then what I would do is I'd go on Discord. I found a video editor, and then I'll pay him half of what the YouTuber was paying me, right? So basically, I just talked to some people, and I made half the money from just talking to people. That's pretty cool. But also, that was disingenuous, and I was scamming people. But yeah, I made a lot of money with that, and I had this hippie friend, which we go way back. Right? We have history together. I stopped being friends with him after he got captured by the mafia in Thailand, and I had to save him, and he was an ungrateful bitch. So I stopped being friends with him after, almost. Do you know what it's like to have a sword, swinging in your face? Fuck it. I'll use this as an intro, so I'll just redo it. Do you know what it's like to have a gun pointed at your face by an angry guy with a sword, and you're trapped in the room and you can't escape, and because his brother's there, like fucking just standing at the door. Do you know what it's like? Because you feel like you're about to die, man. Because while the guy's angry at you, and it talks about how your ancestors killed their ancestors in a fucking war. And okay, I think that was a good intro. I'll cut it after that. But anyway, what's the time in? Alright, 34 minutes. But anyway, this fucking guy, what was he saying? This fucking guy was ungrateful. I went through all that shit. He saw me. I got slapped and shit. The guy was like, "Oh, stop shaking, bro. Why are you scared? I'm cool." Fuck you, dickhead. I almost died. Fuck. And also had to pay up to. Actually had to pay to save my friend from mafia. I paid him like 6,000 fucking Thai baht, which was around what $150 to fucking save him from mafia. So this guy ungrateful fucking dickhead bastard. But yeah, I stopped being friends with him after that. Um anyway, what was the point? This guy told me quit my job. I quit my job and I was like, yeah, I'll do honest work. But so I started applying for jobs in the UK, right? After I quit the online business stuff, the Andrew Tate scam model. But with the honest jobs, I wasn't getting anywhere. No job in the UK was hiring me. And not even fucking dishwasher, because I used to work with an agency called Coopel. I do dishwashing, KP, mopping jobs. I'm not able to do them anymore. But yeah, I fucking couldn't get jobs, and basically I was just on the website trying to get honest jobs, and no one was hiring me. I struggled. I was broke, and I was staying at my uni dorms during the time, but the dorms ended, man, and my dad couldn't afford to pay my housing, and I couldn't get any jobs, so I moved into a crack house with my friend, the hippie friend I told you about. It was a squat. So if you don't know what a squat is, it's basically you find an empty house. It was in Brettenham. Fuck, sure, I shouldn't have told you the road, but it was in Walthamstow. Um, right, Walthamstow E17 in London. And so squat is like construction zone. No one lives there. Abandoned house. Broke motherfuckers, crackheads, fucking people who can't afford housing, go live there, right? It was basically a squat. It was a crack house because his brother and stuff used to live there before. Some other people used to live there, but they left. And his brother like used to smoke weed there all the time, play PlayStation, like that kind of shit, right? Just no rent, just gonna play PS5 every day and smoke weed, that kind of place. But I didn't smoke weed, but I moved there. I wasn't able to get any jobs, and so man, talking about this shit depresses me. And yeah, I was living in a crack house, no job prospects, failed uni. My visa was gonna expire in 6 months or something. Depressed as fuck. I was fat as well, fat with gyno. And, no girls loved me. I had no friends. Just fucked up, man. Just fucked up. Gave up on music. Gave up on the band. Also, I gave up on the band because, well, the drummer we had kept quitting the band and I couldn't find any other drummers. And then this guy, we had to teach him songs for 2 hours, but then he would forget because he used to be a stoner. And because he smoked so much weed that his, like, brain was fucked. He couldn't remember anything. And the guy legit was, like, I would honestly, he was, like, legit mentally, I don't want to say mentally disabled, but mentally, his cognition and remembrance abilities, like I would honestly argue his brain didn't work as God intended because he ruined his brain with weed, so he was not even a good drummer. I mean, he could keep a beat, he just couldn't, like, he could improvise, fair enough, but like he couldn't play to the for songs. But anyway, yeah, actually, I don't know if he could even keep the beat. But yeah, I just gave up on shit. Just nothing. Had nothing going. And then miracle happens. I get hired by Damo, which was this like big fitness YouTuber. 1 million subs on YouTube. And boom. 2K in my account. $2,000 in my account. Wow. $2,000, man. I'm living in a crack house and I made $2,000 from my laptop. Cool. And You know what I do with that money? I take it and I start taking private kickboxing lessons because Andrew Tate said so, right? Which, to be honest, I don't regret it. I'm glad, like, I'll learn how to box. I think it was a like good investment. Knowing, learning how to punch, how to kick, learning how to block, good stuff. Fair enough. But yeah, that's what I did. And we went to like some fancy cigar lounge shit, just other stuff. I just wasted all that money, man. And my dream just died. And then I got super depressed and fucking living in a crack house, basically being homeless and broke. That I moved back home to Turkey here, and a couple months later my visa ended, and that was it, man. That was my UK journey over. I went there to study music, become a rock star. I was put on a documentary as an incel. I became homeless twice. I didn't tell you about the 10th story. That's for another time. I lived in a crack house. Fucking, I was broke. Didn't have any friends. I got fat again. Couldn't build a body. I was just bottom of the totem pole. Everyone bullied me. Everyone made fun of me. I couldn't even be like a fucking Indian Uber driver level immigrant. That's like I couldn't even fucking do that, right? Because my visa ended, right? I was literally envious of fucking Indian Uber drivers, and I came back here. The only thing I got back from there was just my video editing skills and I guess my mind and who I was as a person. And yeah, I was here, and I was like, maybe I'll do fitness. Fucking Brandon Carter, I was watching him. I fucking bought his online thing. It cost $12,000. I obviously couldn't afford 12,000. I was giving him $500 every month. Didn't work. Failure at that as well. Also, back in uni, I tried doing drop shipping. I tried fucking. I had my own thrift shop. It was for the earthquake in Turkey. Actually, I donated like $100 or something to Turkey. Turkish earthquake. Yeah, I tried doing drop shipping. I tried fucking agency. I tried like having my own merch store. I tried different businesses. Fucking failure. Failed at everything, man. And I was a failed bodybuilder as well, which I think was the one thing I'm truly passionate about. Because I want to help people lose fat. That's what I want to help people with, right? I actually read a lot about bodybuilding. Like, I'm a great fucking coach. I have some students they get great results because I know my shit. But anyway, I wanted to do prep, but no, so I did no, how did that happen? Let me think. So Brandon Carter. Yeah, and then I realized, oh wait, I have bitch tits. I have gynecomastia. I can't, how am I supposed to be like an online influencer? How am I supposed to coach people if I have gyno, if I have bitch titties? So, you remember how I did video editing, right? So I went to my surgeon, which he did my chin implant, and I had also had a nose job as well, which my normal nose looks like this as well. It just is a little like 2 centimeter, 1 centimeter, couple millimeters maybe adjustment. But anyway, I went to my surgeon. We talked how much to get. Oh shit, my camera's fucking dying. Oh well, I guess that's for episode 2. See ya, bye.